Yeah, we'll do a Sunday bit. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, good.
Good, thank you. Everybody back from international duty, all right?
Yeah, we had his fingers crossed. Obviously, we're a bit stretched with the injuries and players who were ineligible to play. So yeah, we were watching that with interest, making sure everyone came back. Yeah, fit, but they're good.
What's that like when you can do nothing about it? It's completely out of your control.
Yeah, do you know what? I just try and forget about it. But Macca does a lot. Usually a text message from Macca when everyone's got through what minutes. Saw the photo of Robbie's broken nose and feared the worst, but then he's all right. So yeah, it's always. I think any manager will say the same when you've got players away. Everyone's sort of routine, everyone's programme becomes really individualised. Some need rest. We had some players who were coming back from injury in training, and then the ones who are away for their countries, you just hoping they'll come back in one piece. So yeah, we managed to do that, and then with it being a Sunday game, it's given us that extra day to prepare as well.
And presumably with it being a FA Cup quarter-final, unless it's a serious injury, even little niggles tend to go away, don't they, in training and again?
Well, I think everyone's been working really hard to get fit for that, to stay fit. One or two niggas, Jaden obviously came off with his ankle. He didn't report away for the England junior teams, and we've managed to get him fit, which he was never in doubt, but you know, that was one of those little niggles, and it was affecting his preparation performance, and it's given us the opportunity to get him right, so he's in a good place.
Right, Potts, is he training this week?
No, Potts is out. Potts is going to be out for quite a while. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get him back before the end of the season and get him some game time, and he is chomping at the bit, but yeah, you'll not be seeing him in a game for a while.
And for Kaine, obviously when he play, it must be really frustrating for the lad, because he's come here to get experiences on what an experience it would have been for him.
Yeah, listen, it's one of those unfortunate things. It's an FA rule. It's not Villa being awkward and not allowing him to play, you know. I've experienced this before when we had Tommy Doyle and James McAtee on loan from Manchester City, and we met them in the semis, and those two lads who'd done... Tommy had just scored the winner in the quarter-final and then couldn't play in the semis. Kaine's in a similar situation, played in all the rounds through it, performed really well for us, and it would have been a fantastic game for him. Villa would have got good first-hand eyes, if you like, on him and how he's performing now, because he's done really, really well for us. So yeah, I think everyone's disappointed with that, but we know the rule, and that's it. It's no one being awkward.
Is this a rule that maybe should have looked at, you think?
Well, it stands alone, doesn't it, from the other ones? Yeah. You know, usually if there's permission from the other clubs in other competitions, it's different. You can play in the FA Cup. It's not so.
How proud are you, and how proud should the players be already of what they've done in this competition to reach this stage?
Listen, I think I said before the Burnley game, I didn't realise that it's almost 60 years since this club was in an FA Cup quarter-final. I was amazed by it. Probably shows, like say, the tradition, the history that everyone's aware of Preston is in the past, and you know the recent history is not at the top level. So yeah, it's a reminder about what we're all striving for and where we want to get to. So yeah, we're pleased to be here. But I think you've heard me speak before about the cup competitions. League games are great. My folks, I'm already thinking about Derby and things as well and preparing for that. But I've said before, we only get 3 points if we do manage to beat Derby here. An FA Cup semi-final, trip to Wembley. What it means to everyone at the club, the fans. So we've tried to embrace every cup game, whether that was Harrogate away in the League Cup or Villa at home in the FA Cup quarter-final. You
touched on it before, Paul. You've had experience as a manager at this stage and being in these latter edge of this competition. What do you do anything differently? What can be the key? How do you kind of manage adrenaline? And I'm sure the players must be feeling all sorts of different emotions.
Yeah, we need that. We want that. We need to be at our best, and we need to make it as difficult as possible for Aston Villa. And then having watched them now and seen them and seen their squad, we'll have to be like that for 95 minutes, because I guarantee even if we are performing really, really well, the amount of changes and options that Unai's got now are, fantastic. So it's going to be one hell of a test for us. We know that. But we've just got to go out there and enjoy it, give it our best, enjoy the game, enjoy the atmosphere, fully appreciate what's at stake and the potential of that, and make sure we deliver our best performance.
Deepdale full on Sunday, it will feel really special, won't it?
Yeah, we've had some good days at Deepdale, nights, days. We've, like I say, the third Premier League team's come here this season, which is great for us. One of them involved that epic penalty shootout, which was fantastic. We've had some big results, evenings, the last round against Burnley, the big league games, Leeds, Borough, teams like that, Sheffield, when they're selling out as well, the away end, the same as Villa. So yeah, we've had some real good games at Deepdale so far this season. Hopefully it's another one.
Good luck, thank you.
Cheers.
How's Ali McCann and Jordan Story, Paul?
Yeah, closer. Jordan, closer than Ali. Ali's, Ali'll still be a while away. It's just frustrating because what's come with these sort of cup runs when you think the League Cup and then the FA Cup and then we had the FA Cup game cancelled, which has pushed everything back. Listen, in the short term, we're bothered about this game and being short of numbers for this game, but we've got 5 games in less than 2 weeks, and when it's that quick a turnaround, we're missing them for them games as well, So that's the problem. That's just something that comes with the territory, I'm afraid. And they're missing this one, which you'll be gutted about. But we need them back as quick as possible for these important running games as well.
Is Osmanic in contention for this game?
Yeah, Millie's been back training. Obviously, he missed his international games as well. Hip injury. We got him to see a surgeon early on in the week. Things have begun to settle down, which is good, and he's trained the last 2 days.
Has he responded? Until Tuesday, did he submitted a response to his charge?
No, yeah, got an extension, because he'd been away to see the specialist and things.
When's that until, do you know?
I'll probably get it wrong, so I'll not say,
Having played Arsenal and Fulham, can you take anything from that in terms of having a feel of that elite opposition?
Definitely both, top when we had to perform well. Listen, it was different. Those fixtures were different. The occasion's different. Like I say, that's big. But you feel the level that you're playing against. I thought Arsenal first half, for example, against us blew us away. We were stuck in the game, and then second half we were actually really, really good and took the game to them. But then that one moment of brilliance, Havertz gets across, fantastic header, and the game was dead. So they are the margins. So a bit of everything in that. If you let them play, they'll take the game from you. We have to try and impose ourselves on them and be brave and capitalise on opportunities that we can create, as we did in that second half. But then any moment, concentration levels dip, slip, they've got great quality which can open you up.
You mentioned January recruitment of Asensio and Rashford just added another string to the bow, taking them to another level.
Yeah, and it has. When I watch it, I'm looking now at, I usually like to be really, really prepared for the teams we play against and know exactly how we're going to take the ball from them, how we're going to try and build, how we're going to create chances. One big thing that I note from Villa is whichever front four he play, they're fantastic players, and he's got that much selection, and whichever four he picks is going to totally change how they build from the back, how they build and attack in the mid-third. We'll have to wait and see till we get the team sheet for that and almost in our minds and be prepared for every eventuality, but we will not know until we see that team sheet.
Are you quite confident you can't hurt them?
Yeah, got to be. Yeah, what have we got to lose? Like I say, what have we got to lose? I'd rather go out on our shield than sit back and be bored and have a tame game and try and keep the score down. We may as well go for it. That's it. Got one chance at this, and then you've got to wait till next season. So yeah, we may as well go for it.
Has your team pretty much picked itself, given how many players are unavailable?
Yeah, picked itself. So you're probably all right. You probably get right in the paper this week, won't you?
Do your message to the fans just be bring as much noise as you can?
100%. I think they are. I've heard little things that's going off for the atmosphere. I want everyone to enjoy it. Like I said, it's great that we're here at this stage in this competition after so long. The majority of the fans will probably be in the stadium, won't have seen us at this stage in the FA Cup, which is great. So let's make the most of it. And as I said, hopefully these nights, these days, the big performances at home, the ones that everyone gets behind and talks about, we've had a few of them this season. Hopefully we can create that and make it become the norm and make sure that games at Deepdale are really special.
Cheers. Want to go next, Alex? Pete? Anyone else before we move on to Sundays?
No, just
Okay, no problem. Go for it.
Can you wing it when you see the team sheet at 2 o'clock?
Can we?
The tactics.
No, you prepare for it. Yeah, it just changes. So if they play with, they've got options to play with Bailey wide and Rashford wide, and then generally that means they play with a 9 and 10. So how we deal with that and how we play is totally different to if they play with Watkins down the middle, Jacob, Ramsey, Asensio and Rodgers, for example. That makes it a real narrow front four. So then behind that they build in a different way, and obviously our defenders then have to do it. So it's about being prepared for all those things. Those two options, when they're playing balanced and build with a lopsided shape, winger on one side, fullback on the other. So yeah, we will not know which way they go until we see that team sheet.
You mentioned earlier, Paul, that most people know Preston for the past. Is this an opportunity to take Preston into the future, whether you win or lose?
Yeah, like I said, I think we want to build on the cup games. So I speak about that Fulham game, the penalty shootout. You know, if we hadn't taken Harrogate seriously, they would have never got that one. Then we perform well against Fulham. People talk about us because of that shootout. Then we have Arsenal at home. Everyone gets excited, so everyone gets behind the FA Cup run, and that's what we want. So now, the further we can go in any cup competition, it's fantastic. It's brilliant. But we want that to become the norm, the part of it. You can't always guarantee a cup run, but you can guarantee big occasions at home, and when big teams come to your ground, whether it's in the league, in the cup, we want the turnout, we want the fans to become that 12th man, and we want people then to understand what we're trying to do. But you only get people talking about, as you say, you only get the opportunity to show what you can do if you get results. So that's what we need to keep doing.
And has this season been for you, is this the kind of culmination of a building process that's going to take you into next year?
Yeah, definitely.
The season before, I mean, they were flirting with playoffs, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. We've been, from where we were to where we are now, we've become really consistent, like I said, stabilised in the league, tried to build on performances, but with that consistency is also highlighted to me, to everyone, the consistent reasons why all those draws have not turned into wins, you know, despite performances. So it's addressing those issues on the training field. First and foremost, recruitment in the summer. And as I said, the remaining games in this season are really important to keep building. We want to finish as high as we can this season, but keep building towards starting the season well next season.
Paul, just very quickly, the players and the fans are obviously very excited. What about you and your preparation, yourself taking on a top coach? What are your thoughts? What are your emotions at the moment?
I think that we've just spoke about it, the amount of options that we've got and face. It's preparing for that, so we're not going in underprepared. We're not going in without solutions to what's going to face us. I've just really enjoyed preparing for them, watching them. You tend to Championship by this stage of the season, we know the players inside out, the tactical setup of the teams, the managers. So as much as I say we welcome these breaks in the cup competitions for fans, for the players and the excitement, I welcome it as well to prepare against something different and someone different. And I've enjoyed preparing for this game. It's been really, really good. But the preparation's the same. You're trying to get the same outcome, a win. And I also know we've got a game 2 days later then, so we've already started preparing for the next opponent. So yeah, you've not got time to be any different, to prepare any different. You're just constantly on that Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Wednesday grind.
Is the danger, the more you show your players the quality that they're up against, that they become almost intimidated, or do you hope that inspires them?
No, not intimidated. We show them the quality. We need to know the dangers. We need to know and be prepared for what the potential threats may be. The more help we can give the players, the better. But, as I said, the good thing for us is this is the third Premier League team coming to Deepdale this season, so that's not new. I think the occasion's different, and the intensity that Villa will bring is different simply because of the stage of the competition. You know, we're saying we're excited about being a game away from Wembley and a potential FA Cup semi-final, and the club's not been here for many, many years. That's our prize. Villa's got that, but they're probably looking at it as a realistic chance of getting the silverware, and the first piece of silverware, you know, vindication of the good work that's been done by the manager, the players and the club, getting stronger every window. So, yeah, we're playing against a highly motivated team who's in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, you know, so yeah, we get that, we're prepared for that. But as I said before, what have we got to lose? We just need to try and produce our best game.
Because it's a special occasion, do you keep them together maybe tomorrow night? Are you tripping for a night in a hotel?
No, our normal, Peter's got to pay for that, you know, if we do that. It's our normal preparation, our normal game. And like I said, we can't do anything different. We've got a game 2 days later. We're sort of in that process where we can't do anything different that's going to damage the preparation for the future games as well. So no, we be our normal prep. We've had a really good week. And as I said, the Sunday, I think it's probably helped Villa. They'll say it's helped them, it being a Sunday game. It's helped us in terms of preparation for this. But it's also took a day off then, our preparation for Derby.
Enjoy.